thank you very much, Ken. I'm kind of averse to these. Can everyone hear me if I speak up? No? Okay, all right. Ooh. All right, I'll try my singing impersonation here. My name is Jeffrey Bullard, and I'm not nearly as enthusiastic as this guy is, both from fatigue and just the nature of my business. I am a property tax appealer. My job is to badmouth your property. I'm supposed to get the value down. If I do, I take a percentage of what I save you. Most of the agents in town, if y'all, how many here are Texas Pro Tax clients? Do you know? Any tax remedy clients?
What does that mean?
Those are firms that do what I do.
Oh, okay.
No? It's rare for me to find an audience that doesn't have either one of my clients or one of Texas Pro Tax's clients in it. Between us, we represent almost 12,000 properties here in Austin. So that's a lot of properties. Oh, we up a little bit? I'm sorry if you can't hear me. What I'm here today to do is impart what you really ought to know as a homeowner and an investor, a property owner in the state of Texas. These are things that you really ought to know. Ken, did we do the handouts?
No, we didn't.
Oh, hurting my body. Hurting my body. First thing you need to do, though, if you've got a handy-dandy writing utensil, write down this address, email me, and I will send you these documents and any others that you might want. It's to question, no S on the end, question at taxremedy.com. That's TAXREMEDY.com, taxremedy.com. Question at taxremedy.com. That, and just put on there property tax handouts. Okay, and I will immediately reply with these, and if any of you are really interested when we get through, I'll be happy to email you a manual I've written about how to protest your property taxes, as long as you promise me you'll read it. It's only 25 pages, and it really has some good stuff in it, if I may say so myself. And it's really specific to Travis County. How many folks are in Williamson County? Okay, all right, we'll talk a little bit about Williamson County too. They have roughly the same, I mean, you would think the laws would apply. They don't. You know, somewhere north of Round Rock, was actually somewhere south of Round Rock, the tax code gets changed, and they seem to operate under a little different law up in Williamson County. And we'll talk about that in a minute, about their ignoring equity up there. However, their calendar is the same, the methodology is the same in both Williamson and Travis, and even in Burnett. So in general, they're about the same, and I'll cover many of those important points. The first things that I usually talk about, I have a Texas property tax calendar here. For you folks, the only two dates you really need to know, and they are important, is January 1st and May 31st. January 1st, of course, is the effective date of all tax appraisals in Texas. Judy Maggio, her house burned down, remember a few years ago, January 3rd? Sorry, Judy, you pay taxes the whole year as if your house sat there. It's as if you took a photo of your property on January 1st. That's what you're paying taxes on. So for heaven's sakes, don't build a pool in October. Build it in February. It's cheaper, and you don't pay taxes on it. If you build that pool or add on the master bath or the master bedroom in October, what is it? It's sitting there January 1st. They assess it. You get a notice of appraised value in May that year. You pay taxes on it that fall. But if you build it in February, you probably get a better deal from the builder. Then you're not assessed on it. It's not there until the following January 1st. You don't get a tax notice on it until the following April, and you don't pay taxes on it. You get 2 years out of that add-on without paying taxes on it, as opposed to starting in October and immediately paying taxes on it. Another good thing to do, and I would advise all of you, on some rainy, overcast, really bad day in January or in between Christmas and New Year's, take a picture of your house. Put the garbage can directly in front of the house. I mean, we want a bad picture of your house, okay? But we want the whole house. Here's what it looks like. Your grass is dead. There's not a leaf on the trees. It's awful, okay? You're going to need that picture, one, to prove what was there on January 1st, my house. And second, later in the year, when you follow my advice, you're going to obtain from the appraisal district the list of comparables that they are trying to use to justify their appraisal. And you are going to go then to those houses on some beautiful sunny day with puffy white clouds, and you're going to take a picture of those comparables. And it's a very subtle thing when you throw down 5 beautiful houses and this dump you live in. I'm telling you, it does work. So you always want to have a picture of your house on January 1st. The other date is May 31st, and that's today. This is an incredibly important day in Texas property tax code theory. You must file your written protest by May 31st each year, or by the next business day, as it happens this year, which will be next Monday, and it only has to be postmarked. It does not have to be physically delivered. In fact, there are some agents, in an effort to become last in line, and I'll tell you why we do that too, who actually ship their protests out of the country and then mail them back in so that they are the last ones arriving. You never, ever want to file your protest on your property tax appraisal until May 31st. If you can't sleep the day before, mail it on May 30th. But don't file it in April. Why? The old adage, you know, the first guy out of the foxhole gets shot. You don't want to be out there June 2nd doing a hearing. I promise you, you want to be out there in July or August, even better. You want to be out there after there's blood, after there's plenty of other taxpayers have fallen on the sword. And you are going to follow them in, and you've got plenty of precedent. By then it's okay to cut values. But I promise you, next Monday, there's going to be a line of people out there at the appraisal district who are going to lose their appeals, who would have had a successful appeal in July. Because right now, the Appraisal Review Board thinks that, you know, if they lower the value, it's going to take an apple off some school children's tray somewhere, and they can't do that. But by August, hey, it's okay. We've done plenty of we can reduce it in August. So that's why May 31st is a really important day. If your notices came out late, and there was a second wave of notices that came out May 16th from Travis County, Travis CAD, and those deadlines obviously are 30 days beyond. If you get a late notice, you get 30 days to file a written protest. The protest does not have to be on any particular form. It can be on a napkin, just indicating some dissatisfaction with it. Although I will say this, on the appraisal districts, does anyone have their notice of appraised value? Could you all bring it? Okay, right there's Travis's. If you flip it over on the back, the first two on the Travis appeals are value is above market value and value is unequal with similar properties, some wording to that effect. That's the two sides of the protest in Texas. One is market value, one is equity. We're going to talk about both those issues. In Williamson County, and this will really tell you a lot about Williamson CAD, on their notices of value, the market value protest is on the front of the form. The equity protest is on the back at the bottom buried, so you won't check it. And if you don't check it, oh, gotcha. You can't do an equity appeal in Williamson County. I mean, that is just, gotcha is the words up there, just gotcha. We hate that. But nevertheless, all our protests, we file on both value is above market and value is unequal in comparison to similar properties. You want to file on both those things.